Hey folks, Astro Diver number 1 here. Today is just going to be a quick video on replacing the battery on a 2017 Chevy Silverado half-ton. Twice the batteries run dry on it, just died overnight for whatever reason, so it's 4 years old now, time to change it out. I popped the hood, oh no big deal, and there's a lot of stuff on it, so that's why I'm doing this video. You're going to need a 10mm for the battery terminals, and you're going to need a 13mm to get this brace out of your way here, and I believe you need a 13mm for the battery hold down bolt. Well, the good news is you only need 3 tools: a screwdriver, a 10mm socket, and a 13mm socket, and some extensions. A deep is preferred on the 13 for one of the nuts on the power bar, but you can get it off with a short. So I'm going to start off with this bar here, get this out of the way first. These are 13mm or 1/2 inch, whichever you prefer. So it's just these 3 fasteners here. There's no nuts attached to the back. They're welded onto the brace. Alright, so to get the battery out, I'm either going to have to move this reservoir, or, which doesn't look like it's the easiest thing to do, it's underneath the air box, or remove this brace. That's also a 13mm, I believe. You'll want to notice the brace here has a little plastic holder that it slides through, so, and that's attached right to the wiring harness, so just remember that when you're putting it back in. Alright, so next I guess I'm going to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery first. Oh my god, one of the videos I did not too long ago, I ended up disconnecting the positive first. I don't know why I did that, but I did. That's fine as long as you don't touch anything, and I've shorted out batteries before, but yeah, it's always a better idea to disconnect the negative first. That over there. That's out of the way. Alright, I'm gonna pop this cover off, and that just pops off. Just pull on the ends, and we've got our power distribution bar here, so I guess the next step would be to, let me see, what would the next step be? I guess I'll disconnect the power. Alright, so now we have these 2 connectors here that go off the fender well. This blue connector, looks like you just push in the tab. Maybe. And pull it out. That was easy enough. And then we got another 13mm here on this strap. It's not quite tight. Feels like the whole stud wanted to come out on that. Is that screw in? Oh no, that's just captured under there. Alright. We'll set that guy over to the side. Alright, now I'm noticing there's 3, 1, 2, and of course 3 snaps. The back one here, I think, yeah, I can just pop off my hand. Oh, and I already got that one, so I just got to get this guy here. So they're tabbed. See the little hooks in the tab? They're tabbed out, so just pull them out slightly and they'll pop out. Now we can move this whole assembly over. Now last but not least, we have a 13 millimeter, which I can hopefully get to, that holds down the battery itself. And I think I'm just going to pull the full block out. Normally you don't have to do that, but I have to swing this over, I think. Well, it's not going to want to come out. Alright. You need to go over more. So what I ended up doing is taking out this plastic panel type, body panel type hold down for the harness off this metal piece here. That way I could just flip the whole thing over easily and out of the way. And then now hopefully I can get the battery angled over enough to tilt it up and out. That's my plan, but I'm putting down the camera for it. Oh, that's that work. Alright, so spin around, get it between this and this, and out, like that. Alright, so I just picked up a new battery. It's a Die-Hard Platinum. It's an AGM type battery, so they're a little better, about 240 bucks. Never paid that much before for a car battery, but it is what it is. Remember, as you're putting the battery in, this is the hold down, and then you've got these 2 lips here and a backing lip. I don't think it hooks under that, but remember the battery needs to hook underneath these, the bottom of the battery. You are. There, it's nice and settled in, just how we want it. So I guess I'll start with the hold down. Now this does not have to be tight. It's got to be tighter than that. That'll work. Before I put this bottom brace back in, over here, remember there was a loop in this harness that it had to go through. So I'm going to move the harness back over first, put it in position, and then put the brace on. And remember, I said I took that clip out, that body type clip. I'm going to push that back through into the frame, like so. And then just let that lean down, and then I can put the brace, which has to go through that holder, back in. And again, this brace is a 13 millimeter. Like so. Alright, so next I'm going to take this strap and put it on the power bar here. That's also a 13 millimeter. I guess it doesn't have to be too tight. Next, I'm going to put that blue connector back in. Alright, now I have to, on this battery, it's got a guard that's got to come out before I put the bar back on. There we go. It's a little tough to get those clips in the right position. I had the sides were clipping, but the front didn't want to, so I had to unclip it, slide it over a bit more, and now it's snapped in nice and steady. Alright, well, so I guess our next step is to hook up the positive. Alright, so before I connect it and put this cover back on, I'm just going to make sure that these connections are good. That one I just did. So while we're here, and next we're going to put on our positive. Not tight. We're dealing with very soft metal, almost lead. Alright, that's good. We'll find our negative. This might spark. I like to go quick with them. Not even a spark. just for safety, I'm going to go ahead and put this cover on, at least lay it on. Alright, that looks happy. And again, not too tight on these. That is good. So we'll finish with this little cover. It just pops back in place. As so. Put this cap on. And then our bar here. I'm going to tighten the center one fully first. And then tighten the ends all the way down. Alright, well, that's it. I'm going to start it up. And the guy at the parts store mentioned something about, you know, have fun retraining the ECM and the power windows and things like that. I didn't know about it, so I'll let you know if I have any problems with that. The hood's open. It is charging. Oh, no big complaints. Oh, it does say Cal down at the bottom. I'm not sure what's up with that. Alright folks, that's that. I've replaced a lot of batteries in my life, but this is probably one of the more involved ones for sure. Definitely on a GM. Really the only trick to it to get that stuff out of the way is to get the battery out. Once the battery's out, you got to figure out, you know, to twist it, turn it, and lift it. Putting the new one in is easier. You got gravity working on your behalf, and then just make sure it's at the same angle that you eventually got it out with when you approach it, and it'll drop right in, which it did for me. Alright folks, take care.